Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Showcase Pro Wrestling Seasons 2 recap with yours truly, Jay Hollywood, and our ring announcer and our host of Showcase TV, TJ Albin. TJ, I haven't seen you in a few weeks. How's the face?
It could be better. I don't like. It's hard for me to kind of talk about it. It was unprovoked. I don't think I did anything wrong as an analyst and as a ring announcer. There's nothing like my words are my words, man. If Paul has a problem with me saying that take a loss as motivation, then I don't know what I don't know what the big problem was, man. I think it's just at this point, I'm ready to go. Like I'll skip the questions. I'm ready to go. I know that's what you're gonna be asking me. Are you ready to go for December 19th? I'm ready. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm not gonna bullshit anybody that's watching this. I'm ready to go. If you haven't watched, I've been training, busting my ass because it's personal. Which you see, there's two sides of myself. There's a personal and there's professional. When I go to work, when I come to the ring, and when I ring announce, that is professional, and I take everything professionally. I don't make anything personal in my career or in my business. That's my issue, is that you're taking something that's personal to you in a professional environment. And I try to be as much as a professional, and I do my job. I do it to the fullest. As you've seen for the last couple of weeks, I don't pout. I don't bullshit about it. I don't talk about it on social media. All I do is come back to work and I'm ready to go. But if Paul wants to keep coming off as saying that he's better than me, he's under the spotlight that he keeps talking about, that's fine, man. Because on December 19th, I promise you, and I promise these people that watch this, that support me, which I thank you, or if anybody that is watching this hoping to see me slap the taste out of Paul's mouth, which I think a lot of people are waiting for me to do, I promise you that's going to happen. Because on December 19th, this now doesn't become professional. This becomes personal. So, Jay, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to leave it at that. But let's get right into it for December 19th season beatings, man. Let's talk about it.
It's good to hear. Getting ready. I heard the stories. We're gonna get more into that later on in the recap. Well, let's get to these rankings. Rankings are looking good. Our number one ranked competitor is our SPW champion, still on top. Vega at 3-0. What's your opinion?
Vega's at 3-0, man. He's been throwing a lot of different challenges, and we've seen it before from Autumn Annihilation with Bobby Ocean, which I think right now is his top challenge to date on Showcase TV. And to see him, to see what's been going on with him, and to see the challenges that he's been facing, granted that they have been the international initiative that the boss Blackheart has been putting him up to. They've been 5-minute matches, but Bobby Ocean put him to the test, and I think took him to the limit. And where he is, he's the champ, man. He's the champ, and he deserves that number one spot.
Yeah. He sneaked a quick one, putting it in the tights, but he did what he had to do to stay the champ. That's just brains, there's a veteran in him.
I will tell you this, though, and there's something that I wish this was on the Autumn Annihilation live feed, is the face of Blackheart when Bobby Ocean pinned him 1, 2, 3. The veteran, the Hall of Famer that Vega is, he is very crafty, and that's just another way for him to take that win. And not only that, to take his title reign to the next level. Because right now, look at it this way. We're on pace to seeing him break a year with this title. We're about to see him break it. I believe it's February that he won it against Buddy Romano. I believe it was a triple threat match. Don't quote me on it, but I believe it was a triple threat. But anyway, in Attleboro. But anyway, going into Vegas title reign, he's almost at a year, and he's had a lot of different challenges facing him with these, like I said, the international initiative. But like I said, the crafty veteran that he is, kudos to him for keeping the title for as long as he has.
Yeah, I agree. That goes into our second ranked competitor, our new Sons of Liberty champion. He won it at Autumn Annihilation. The mysterious clown, Mr. Pickles. What's your opinion?
I feel like if I bring up the mysterious Mr. Pickles name, I feel like we're going to start a conversation of you saying that I'm not the brightest bulb in the room. But I don't think that's anywhere. Thank goodness
Yeah,
we don't have Paul here. But going into Mr. Pickles, we haven't seen, I brought it up before. We brought it up before last time going into Autumn Annihilation. We've never seen this guy come in. All right. He's been the champion. He's been the defending champion, as we've seen in previous weeks against Caribbean Kid, you know,
correct.
and to see him develop into this defining champion at 4-0 and to be ranking up close to the SBW champion is amazing in his short time here. We're coming at the end of the year, and I'll tell you, for 2021 for Mr. Pickles might be a big year for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Going like this.
He's dominating Showcase TV. Sitting at 4-0. He's the champ, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be somebody bigger, stronger, faster. That's the only way he's gonna lose, in my opinion. Um, that goes into our third and fourth rank tie. You talk about Big Matt Thompson and Apocalypse, both 2-0 with one draw that they had at Autumn Annihilation while they pushed our senior referee, Frank Rocha, down. That right there would decide who's our ranked third and fourth competitor going into seasons. What you think?
I will tell you this, after Autumn Annihilation, I did send Frank flowers because I felt bad. No, I'm kidding. Frank, we love you. But these two big, larger than life characters in Big Matt Thompson and Apocalypse, like I said, man, these are like, at the time, it's been two bulls locking horns. And I'm going to keep saying that because it's just a heavyweight versus heavyweight collision, and everybody loves seeing that. You have
Yeah,
Big Matt Thompson. You have Big Matt Thompson coming in from San Antonio, and you have Apocalypse coming in at unknown, weighing in at unknown. It's crazy to see these two collide, and I'm really excited to see this second match at the card on Seasons Beatings. But you know what? We're going to talk about the card later, but I'm just very excited about that match.
yeah, I agree. It's no DQ, no rules. We need a winner. We need to fix our rankings. We definitely need a winner. But that goes into our fifth ranked competitor, and Carlos Slavin, 2-1. He ended up taking a loss after the distraction of Vega. Big Matt Thompson kicked his head off his shoulders. What do you think?
Carlos has had kind of like one of those roller coaster years. I think he was on the let's put it like this. He was going up the right ladder. He's going up. He's at the opportunity to take that SPW heavyweight championship. It all gets thrown downhill because of Blackheart and because of these different tactics that they're pulling. And the stuff that we've seen Carlos is facing right now with the boss and Vega, like popping jokes about the
Yep.
family reunion, uh, but Carlos as a competitor, man, I've seen him. I've trained with him before I left. And to see him now where he's at, he's becoming a great wrestler for Showcase and a face of Showcase. And, he's developing a lot. He's building himself up a lot more. And I'm really, really excited to see what he has planned for Vega and Blackheart at Seasons Beatings.
Yeah, I agree. You heard from our commissioner Cena just last week. He has the match of his dreams. He got Vega and the boss, Chris Blackheart. I wonder if he has some good friends in that locker room because he's definitely going to need a partner. Well, like I
Brother,
said, we'll get more.
I'll tell you this. If you tell me that I can put my hands on the boss and not get suspended and not get fired, I would take that opportunity. But unfortunately,
Oh yeah,
I am booked that night. So I'm going to leave that to whoever he decides.
yeah,
But
yep,
good
I
for him
agree.
and this.
Yeah, just especially how it's giving a lot of attention to the champion. Everybody's want their hands on the boss. But like I said, we'll get more in details with the card later. But we're gonna skip down a couple steps, and our ranked seventh competitor and the young Luis Leon, the premier Luis Leon, 2-1 now on Showcase TV. He lost his first one. Now he's on a 2-win winning streak. Definitely getting a good win over your guy, Mr. All Paul Holloway. What do you think?
I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Lewis is the definite future for Showcase Pro Wrestling. He's on the rise as a wrestler. You know, even training now, I've seen him first in, last to leave. You know, I've been seeing him in the other ring. Like I said, there's been 2 rings in the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center, and I've seen him nonstop. He's always the first one in. He's ready to go. He's always on fire. He's always ready. He's always amped up, man. And he just has a fire and a passion that a lot of people don't have anymore. I feel like that's just me. He has a lot of passion for what he wants to do, and he has a goal in mind. And in this case, he is on fire and he's on the rise right now. And I just can't wait to see where that rise takes him in the future.
I agree, man. But let's keep going down. Let's go from the 7th all the way down
Let's
to
keep
number
down.
13 out of 18. Your guy, the All Paul Holloway, at 0-2. What's your opinion?
Should it be the all losses, Paul Holloway? I mean, Paul wants to talk about being a face or being a top athlete, but the record doesn't show it. You know, I'm happy. No, I'm not going to say I'm happy because I'm pissed. You know, I am ready to go for Paul at 0-2, and I'm going to make it 0-3. He's going to keep dropping in the rankings. You know, he wants to run his mouth like he's the face that runs the place, or like a guy who has been there for 5-6 years, like a real veteran. You know, and that's my issue is that he talks he talks out of his ass, flat out. He talks out of his ass. You know, he wants to talk about this spotlight, that spotlight that's on him. Brother, there's something that you haven't realized yet, and that spotlight's not on you just yet because you're at 0-3. I think that spotlight's a little broken. I think you need to tweak it a little bit and fix it. I think that bulb's going, you know,
Yeah.
and I think you need to learn. And I'm going to say it. I said it before. I'll say it again. You're going to take a loss and you're going to learn from it. And on December 19th, Paul, I'm going to keep going because December 19th, I'm ready to go. I'm excited. This has been a dream of mine, and Paul's not going to ruin that for me, no matter what. Because you're going to take that loss, Paul, and you're going to use that as motivation later on. But I'll tell you right now, December 19th ain't going to be your day.
And, you try to give him word of advice, a few weeks back. He ended up smacking you in the face without taking the words in consideration.
No.
But that goes into our, some of our rankings here. Like I said, we have our top 5. 3 and 4 got to be decided on December 19th. So stay tuned. You already heard it. No DQ. Big Matt Thompson, Apocalypse. It's going to be a battle. Can't wait. It's going to be a jam-packed card. And we'll be back right after this.
Showcase TV and Showcase Pro Wrestling proudly presents Seasons Beating live December 19th on YouTube and Facebook at SP Wrestling with kickoff at 7:30 p.m. with bell time at 7:47. What is going on, you guys and gals, and welcome back to the Showcase Pro Wrestling recap for Season 2, The Road to Seasons Beatings, live December 19th. Make sure you're watching it on YouTube and Facebook. So do us a favor. If you're going to watch it on YouTube, and if you're watching this right now on YouTube, do us a favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on this video, because the reason why I'm telling you this, because I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We're doing a giveaway right now for a brand new Showcase Pro Wrestling Seasons Beating t-shirt autographed by the boys. All you have to do is hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on this video, and we will announce a winner live during the event. So don't miss out on that. Brother, I can't wait for that. I'm excited for that. That's
me too. I can't wait. It's a jam-packed card. I think it's one of the best cards we ever seen in Showcase TV.
And I'm on it.
Yeah,
I'm on the card. I got lucky. I mean, I just told him, I said, hey, I want Paul, and we got it. I
Yeah,
mean, I
you
thought I was
got
gonna
it.
do a little negotiating, but I told him straight up, I want Paul. I need
Yeah,
Paul.
you deserve it. You've been going to the
Oh
training
yeah.
center. You've been working on your own, and we're gonna get right actually into the card, and I'm gonna go right
Yeah.
to that. We have TJ Albin versus the All Paul Holloway, and what you could call the grudge match here on Seasons Beatings card.
Do you want my opinion or my take on that match, or do we already know
Uh,
who's gonna win that match?
in my opinion, I already know everything. I'm kind of the median guy between you guys, so I
But
know he.
I will
But
tell you
yeah,
that.
like I said, TJ, Paul has this ego, and you try to give him a word of advice, and he smacked you in the face. And you've been working hard, doing what you got to do. You came back to the training center to train. You know, you're my guy. I'm gonna give you the Hollywood pick. I believe TJ. I'm sorry, Paul, but TJ gets his debut W against you, and he gets in the rankings. He'll be sitting at 1-0 somewhere.
Will I be above Paul in the rankings?
Oh yeah, definitely,
Oh, this is
definitely.
gonna be great. I'm
Right.
taking a picture of that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a picture of that rankings and I'm gonna put it on my wall. Forget these posters behind me, or forget Willie McGinnis and Drew Bledsoe, because that's gonna be that's gonna be the ranking spot. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. This has been a 5-year journey for me. Started in 2015 with another company, broke my collarbone. Okay, 2018 I came here. This has been my home. And if Paul wants to tell me that I'm not allowed, and I'm not gonna say I'm not belong, but I'm not welcome back by him. Who the hell are you? This is my home. 2020 has been my year for a lot of different reasons and for a lot of different things. And I promise you, Paul, I'm going to get my payback on you. And I promise you that I will win and I will beat the shit out of you.
Ooh, that's your opinion. That's how you feel. I feel for you. I know you've been working hard. But let's get into this next matchup.
Yeah,
We
man.
have the flawless Nick Diamond versus, in his words, Akuna Matata, best known as the Great Warrior Wolf.
He
What are you
thought it meant
thinking?
no worries. He thought it meant no worries. But in all seriousness, right? There's another thing about with Nick Diamond, making it personal, choking her out, and then a week later saying something about his daughter, saying something about her daughter. I mean,
Mhm.
you don't make things personal. Like I said, when you're there, you keep it professional. If you want to make it personal, then you're barking on the wrong tree. That's just me. But
Yeah.
when it comes to this match, this is more personal than anything for Nicole Matala. For her, this is about getting the respect that she's earned in this business, and not only that, taking back her own pride in this match. Because you have a guy that hasn't been here since March anniversary, coming back with his own camera guy, which I believe you might be out of a job, Jay, as cameraman. You know, um, but he just wants to come back and run roughshod, and he's like going right after her. She's just coming back to showcase. He's coming back to showcase. What better way to make a name than after going after someone like that, Nicole Matala, in this business? It's
Yeah, I agree.
be
Like, I definitely agree. You know, uh, they both coming back. They're not making debuts. They coming. Their comeback. And I haven't been with Showcase for a long time, but
yeah.
I do my research. The flawless one, he came back with a new look, a new attitude, and a new purpose. That's the difference right here in this matchup.
This is a
He
new
wants
name.
it, to new him. He's coming in. He's like he keeps saying, he's the flawless one. You've seen on his show, the Diamond Exchange. He got his own camera crew, like you said, and he's standing right in the center of our showcase ring, and said, he challenges you. She came back and she accepted the challenge. She's a tough woman, uh, tough mom. He brought her daughter into it, but she's ready. I feel like this is going to be a really good matchup.
It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be a brawl. It's gonna be a brawl.
Yeah, yes, it is. But yeah, like I said, jam packed card that puts us right into our first signed match that you heard a couple weeks ago. You've seen the promo packages, you've seen the stories, the no disqualification match. Big Matt Thompson versus Apocalypse. TJ, I'm not even gonna ask your opinion because you already know what's gonna happen. Just want to know who you're gonna pick.
You know what? I knew you were gonna ask me something like this, and I know, like personally, like I would be doing this, but because I'm on the card, I want to have respect for the others in the locker room. I don't want to name my picks. I just know it's going to be a fight. Like it's going to be a lot of action on December 19th. No matter what, in my own opinions, I'm going to lock them in myself. But I'm just going to tell you right now, I have respect for everybody in that locker room because I'm on the card. I'm going to leave it as is. Like I'd rather hear from you. I'd rather hear your opinion. You're the guy behind the scenes. You're the one that's working hard there. You've been like you said, you've been studying this stuff. You've been
Yeah.
like studying the showcase knowledge. Like, let me ask you. Let me turn the table for you. What
Ooh,
do you think this match is going to be like?
in my opinion, I seen both of these guys. I will be sitting ringside for season's beatings. If anybody didn't know, I will be doing commentary. Yours truly, Jay Hollywood, be ringside. Um, in my opinion, my guy is Apocalypse. Day one,
Okay.
coming in, seeing, all these promo packages of him, making his debut. He dominated Tommy Bryant, dominated Cam Velocity, and he's gonna dominate Big Matt Thompson on December 19th, where it's no rules. Frank Rocha can't call it. Nobody can call it. Not even the commissioner can call it. It's gonna come down to a winner, and it's gonna be Apocalypse.
All right. I like it.
Yep. So that goes into our main event. We have great news from the commissioner. We have the Showcase Pro Wrestling champion Vega and the boss Chris Blackheart versus Carlos Slavin in a person of his choice. What do you think?
So right now, like, you look at it this way: anytime you know who's on the card, you know how to prepare. You know how to like get yourself in the mindset. You when you're training, okay, what you need to focus on, what you don't need to focus on, what's your pinpoints. And for Vega being a master, I'll call it a master of the wrestling game, and also with Blackheart, they don't know what they're going up against. They know they're going up against Carlos, so they know what's in store for him. But as far as this mystery partner goes, they have no idea who this is. It could be anybody,
Yeah.
because Vega has let's put it like this, has been knocking on a lot of doors lately, from the international initiative challenges that he's been doing, that Blackheart has been signing, to even Bobby Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anybody. It could even
Yeah.
be anybody from his past. That's where you have to think about it. But for that match, I can just know as a main event match, when you have Carlos back in that ring with with Vega, it's gonna be a head-on collision course with those two, because
Yeah.
that there's fire with them two in this ring. Never mind
Yeah.
Blackheart.
Well, people don't understand it. Yeah.
Never
No,
mind.
go.
Oh, never mind with Blackheart being in the
Go.
ring. No, that's just an added bonus.
Yeah.
That's an added bonus for him, because
Mm-hmm.
he can do whatever he wants to do with them in the ring. But for this match for Carlos, this is let's put it like a early Christmas present from the commissioner, Mr. Johnny Fabulous, John Cena Sr.
Yes, I agree. But, a lot of people don't understand is a few weeks ago, we seen, 20 plus years of, combined 40 plus years of Vega and Blackheart together. A few weeks ago, we had a showcase classic of the boss, and who was ringside? Vega, the champ. They've been partners. They've been doing it for years. They've been in all different types of companies. There's been tag titles. I lost count of how many belts they hold combined, how many years combined. I feel bad for Carlos Slavin going in on December 19th. It doesn't matter who he brings. He can bring whoever he wants.
Do you
Telling
think
you, the
Blackheart is
boss and
labeled
the champ.
his own bestie?
Excuse me?
I said, do you think Blackheart is labeled in Vega's phone bestie?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Best friend. BFF at life. That's going to be that
It's gonna be great, man.
that match is going to be a good one. Like I said, it's jam packed. I just got breaking news as you was talking on my cell phone here, got a nice text from the commissioner. We just signed another match. The Sons of Liberty champion, Mr. Pickles versus Scott Ledur. That's going to be a great one right there. What do you
You
think?
kidding? You're kidding. Scott's best. So Scott is going to get the shot after
Yes.
calling him out last time. After last episode, he's calling him out. Now he's going to get the shot.
Hmm.
Good for him. You know,
Yes, he
we
is.
haven't seen Scott in a little bit ever since I want to say the tag team title loss. Maybe even before that. Maybe even after
Yeah,
that.
I mean, yeah, we seen him. We seen him a couple times on Showcase TV. He had a couple good matches. He lost to
No.
Big Matt Thompson. I think that's the last time we seen him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's ready. He's coming back. He was looking for Mr. Pickles, like you said last week. He's down knocking on Mr. Pickles' door, but the commissioner is watching. People don't think he's watching. He is
Oh, he's
watching,
watching.
and he's doing smart moves. And there's no better time for him to come out now. Like he said, Merry Season's beatings to everybody. He's giving out a lot of gifts. So everybody
Yeah.
better be ready.
And for this match to happen between Pickles and Scott, you have two psychotic, I'll put it, minds
Yes.
of the wrestling business. You got Mr. Pickles, who's still a mystery to us.
Yep.
And you have Scott Ledur. I mean, what else can I say about Scott that hasn't been said already by a lot of people?
Yeah.
When you look at him, you kind of make sure he's good. You do like a double take. Make sure he's good. But with Pickles, you look at him, you're lost because it's just a mystery. You're just trying to figure out, okay, what's his purpose with Showcase, and for these two to collide at season beatings right before the new year you're basically dropping an atom bomb.
Yeah.
Between these two, because you have two minds that are just so psychotic. You don't know what's going to happen.
And I agree. I can't even get a one-on-one interview with these guys. Can't even know where to find them. Never.
You
But
don't know what personality is going to come out.
exactly. So, but talking about interviews, I have an exclusive interview. Just got the text just now again. I have the Showcase Pro Wrestling champion Vega and the boss Chris Blackheart shortly on an exclusive interview. They have some words for the commissioner and their opponent Carlos Slavin.
I would like to wish you good luck on that interview.
Oh, thank you.
If they ask who you did this with, tell them it was Paul.
Okay, great.
So Paul was talking bad about them. I swear, not me.
Okay, great. I'll keep that in mind. But I want to thank you, TJ Albin, joining me with the seasons 2 recap here and getting ready for our Merry Seasons Beatings event. Please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell button on our YouTube page at SP Wrestling. Leave a comment to win a Showcase Pro Wrestling Seasons Beatings t-shirt. Like I said, I'm with TJ Albin. TJ, good luck on December 19th. I'll see you there, brother.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Showcase Pro Wrestling Season 2 recap. I'm here with TJ Albin, our host, and the boss, Chris Blackheart, and the SPW champion, Vega. You guys got some great news. Well, not for you guys, but for us. You have Commissioner Cena signed a match, Carlos Slavin and the mystery partner against you two guys. What do you guys think?
Oh, I'm really glad that Jonathan came out of hibernation. We haven't seen him since like February. But the fact that Johnny just happens to have a contract that happened to be in our offices, and I don't think Johnny drove all the way down from West Newbury to Woonsocket to grab that. I really don't. So what I think happened, I think he got a lot of whining and complaining from Carlos. And Carlos is complaining. And Johnny pulled, a legal fast one, because Johnny is, he does do the contracts. He does oversee the matches. And it's great when he does it at live events and the crowd's really happy. When some days he swerves the talent and they're all flustered. But Johnny, the difference is everybody who's in management for Showcase Pro Wrestling is under the same contract. We have all been in the ring. Some of us more than others, but guess what? A talent contract for management means that you are a wrestler, you were a wrestler, or you are stating that you can compete as one. And that's where you fall in, Johnny, is that yes, the contract is legal. Yes, I was slightly aggravated that the trust factor between you and me was, it wasn't broken. But Johnny, next time we go up there and we have a conversation with you, and I'll just look at you a little bit different, Johnny, because I think all the quarantine for the past 9 months, I think you're getting soft because we've always been eye to eye with everything when it comes to matches and contracts and talent. But you pulled a little fast one, and guess what? As a wrestler, I accept it. Should I be in the ring now with Carlos? But guess what? I've been hearing from Carlos for 9 months also. Oh, you screwed me out of a title shot. No, you had a title shot, kid. But as a company, we made a decision that you weren't going to be the face of it because we didn't want you to fail in public. We wanted to do to you what we've been trying to do since day one with you when we saw that you had potential. When all the trainers said, Carlos, you got something, kid. Keep on coming. Work hard. Open your ears. Close your mouth. But no, what are you doing now? You're trying to do everything on your own. And guess what? You can't do everything on your own, Carlos. Just because you can go to the gym on your own, guess what? I haven't seen you in months. I don't know if you're getting results. I know when myself and the other trainers brought you to the gym, Carlos, we had to literally call you, text you, Facebook you to make sure you would get to the gym, at 10 o'clock. And then some days it would be 10:15 and 10:30. But guess what? Going into my anniversary, I made sure you got to the gym. I made sure when you went to practice that you were getting what you wanted. And, we kept asking you, hey, Carlos, why don't we add this? Why don't we do that? I know Vega really well. I've known him over 20 years. I've been in the ring with him as a tag team partner, as an opponent. And Carlos, why don't we do this? And guess what? You wanted to do it on your own. Well, guess what? At Matchversary, you did do it on your own. You fell on your face all by yourself. But guess what? You will get in the ring with myself, and you will get in the ring with Don Vega. Now, the only thing I have a problem with is your mystery partner. So with that being said, Johnny, on this Saturday, the tag team match that you signed is supposed to happen. But guess what?
You know what, Chris? You know what? Before you finish it off, it does not surprise me that Johnny Fabulous, John Cena Sr., whatever he goes by these days, try to pull this because you see, people might not know, but me and John Cena Sr. have a long track record together. He's been my manager in the past. He's been with me and against me. And I know what you're all about, John. But you see, when you set that match with Carlos Slavin and the mystery partner of his choosing, you was not thinking right. Because whether Blackheart is not active, it's not going to matter. We known each other, like he said, for 20 years. And I can guarantee you one thing. In the past, we dominated New England, winning championships up and down the road. We used to beat up people for fun. I don't think that's going to change, Christopher. I think you still like beating some people up for fun, don't you? Because
well,
I know I do.
Is when we started Showcase Pro Wrestling, I stepped away from the ring. We started in 2007, and as that happened, I gradually stepped out of the ring, stopped working for other promotions. I devoted everything to Showcase. I sacrificed my career for the roster of Showcase Pro Wrestling. And now this is how Johnny wants to thank me. He wants to thank me about trying to do a fast one. My question
I'm
is,
grateful, man.
well, I like Johnny. Johnny, when it comes down to the work relationship, I got no problem with that, Johnny. It's a good one. You know what it is? It's good for ratings. And guess what? Now Carlos can't ever say that he never got his hands on the bots. He never got some revenge on what he thinks happened at Matchiversary.
Well, the kid, like I said before, I said it in other interviews, he has all the potential in the world. He's become a great wrestler, but you're just not good enough to be the Showcase Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Carlos Slavin. And something else? There's a bright guy that said, I think he said it once before, Carlos is complaining about Blackheart screwing him over. Carlos screwed Carlos. No one else did.
Nope.
And this time around, you go get whoever you want to get. Maybe you'll get Juanito the vacuum, one of your cousins. You go get whoever you want to get, Carlos, because it's going to be the same outcome. You're going to get a beating, and we're going to beat you from pillar to post. Then after that, what are you going to do? You're going to go cry to someone else? You're going to go whine to someone else?
I have another quick question, guys. You said Carlos screwed Carlos, but you screwed him in a match a few weeks back, and Big Mac Thompson kicked his head right off of his shoulders. What do you think about that? Did you screw him, or did he screw himself?
I thought it was great, Jay Hollywood. Again, another prime example of Carlos screwing Carlos. If he would have just minded his own business when I have business to attend to with Bobby Oceans, that would have never happened. He would have been another punk on the side of the road I don't give a damn about. But you see, Carlos, you have to step up and try to show something off. Get that chip off your shoulder. I don't know, impress a girlfriend. Who knows if you have one?
Yeah.
But you stuck your nose in my business once again. And I have to teach you a lesson. Así de sencillo.
Yeah, we go down these rankings, me and TJ, and he went from being the number ranked third competitor now to 5 due to the actions of you coming out and get his head kicked off.
Whoa. Stop there for a second. If you watch the footage, Carlos is the one that took his focus off the opponent. So you sound like a Carlos, Mr. Hollywood. You sound like Carlos blaming others because you looked away. If he didn't look away, if he didn't lose focus, just like a Matchiversary, he lost focus and he lost his footing. Focused. Some people can multitask, but apparently Carlos is not that person. Well, why don't you do this, Mr. Hollywood? You do awesome production. Your camera work, your production, your hosting. Why don't you have an exclusive interview with Carlos before we have our tag match? So he can air out all of his grievances with everybody. You can review footage with him. I've got a Matchiversary. That's, supposedly what I did. You can bring up, the Matt Thompson. Maybe you can ask him, what has he been doing for 3 months, 4 months?
Yeah, we don't really know, much that he's been doing. He hasn't really been around, due to the COVID and the pandemic. But, I can give him a call, see what I can get before Saturday night.
See what you can get. No. As being in our organization, this is your new task. I want to know. Vega wants. I think the fans want to know. Carlos, what have you been doing? And what's your real reason for having this match? Why can't he just work hard and listen to us? Then he'd be great. Because this is what could have happened, right? When Vega wanted a vacation, or wanted some time off, if the world was normal, we don't know this is new normal right now, is obviously crazy. But Carlos could have been like the intern championship, not an intern. Vega could have taught him how to be a champion. So he could have took over Vega's commitments as champion, and Vega could have, watched them and watched the tapes and critiqued them and got them better to get them to that level. So when Vega's not ready, to have a match, and he wants to step away, Vega's really gracious. I mean, maybe he would just say, "Hey, kid, I'll just give you the title. All right, I'll just give you the title now. We'll make it known that I gave it to you, that you didn't win it, so everyone knows that you're not as good as me because you never beat me. But everyone will know that, I'll be happy to put on the broadcast too. Every time we do an event, it can be Carlos Slavin, SPW champion, intern, with mentor, championship advisor, Vega. I mean, that's perfect, right?
That's brilliant, and you can see why we've been friends over 20 years. Don't you agree, TJ Albin?
I think the word that you're looking for is interim.
No, intern. Because just like I got you the job at Nesson for an intern to learn how things are done, it's the same thing with Carlos. We're going to do that with him. Intern, not interim. He hasn't earned it yet.
Well, in my opinion, I feel, the champ had some easy matches, in Showcase TV.
All right, so you are downgrading the fact that he beat the talent that we're bringing from the East and West Coast.
Yeah,
easy matches. He beat, I thought we were on the same page here.
Hey, I'm just doing my job. He beat Tommy Bryant, that is our ranked 18th competitor at 0-3. What do you think about that?
The bottom line is this. When the boss goes out, he scouts the talent, he puts them in the ring, gives them an opportunity. I step in the ring, I defend the title, and I get the job done. I don't care who it is. You could bring anybody. I never requested anyone. Tommy Bryant just happened to be the one to get lucky.
I agree. But stop going.
Now you agree, but now you just downgrade everyone that he's recently had matches with. And TJ, you look a little tired there. Are you worried about your match coming up?
I think he had a question.
I'm not worried, Blackheart. When was the last time you stepped in that ring? How about that ring rust for you?
So the only difference between me, I have 24/7 access to the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center. Yes, Rhode Island's in lockdown, but guess what? I own the company. I own the spot. And guess what? You never know who are in those sessions. I would question, are you ready? Because I know I don't think you've been training, kid. You say you have. You've been to some of the trainings, but I don't know.
I think his cheek, is that your cheek still swollen now?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
Let me give you a hint,
brother.
Just like half of the roster in New England, everywhere, you cannot play Xbox and expect to get better. That is not how you train. You go to the 4 and 5 training facilities and you get better. And I guarantee, even though, I say social media recently and everyone's like, oh, I missed the ring so much. I miss it so much. But guess what? You weren't going to training. I mean, I can call Andover, West Warwick, Fall River, I'll even call Connecticut, right? I can call any of those places, and I guarantee it's the same 5, maximum 10 people going. But guess what? Everybody misses it now because they can't do it. But when the floodgates open and everything comes back to normal, they're not going to be there. Because guess what? Because they have no excuse now of going. So my question for you, TJ, what is your excuse now for when you lose against the Paul Holloway?
Well, first off, I just want to kind of I feel like you're making a cheap pop for yourself to put over the training center.
No, it's fact. It is fact.
Real quick.
Brilliant business.
If you haven't already known from weeks of all those commercials. But second of all, don't doubt me, Blackheart. I came to you. I signed.
I don't doubt you. I doubt your process.
My process? I've been sitting at home.
Yes.
Not only help my family.
Stop right there. You've been sitting.
I've been sitting at home.
You're idling, right? Guess what?
Studying.
Nothing happens when you're idle. You got to go forward.
That's fine. And I've been doing it. You know what? You want to cut me off, Blackheart. One thing I would tell you, I'd be worried about that mystery opponent. At least I know who I'm facing in that ring. A guy who's 0-2, who's going to be 0-3 after I beat the shit out of him. And I promise you.
Oh, you're fired up, kid. Huh?
Yes, he's fired up. Yeah.
That win.
Hey.
I will put that paper back on you to say I beat him like I said I would because I did it myself. No matter what I have to do, no matter what I have to say. It doesn't matter what I say right now. It matters what I do in that ring when I beat the shit out of him.
Well, you're almost right, but this is the part that I do not like about pro wrestling is that anyone can get lucky anytime one night. And if you do get lucky, I commend you for your luck. But guess what? You can't get lucky all the time. You can't do it twice. I mean, you can slip and fall. Paul can slip and fall. Something can happen that you can get the 1, 2, 3. And if you do, it sounds like you'll be very pleased. But guess what? Know that you earned it and you took it from them instead of just falling into it and accidentally doing it.
Good point.
That is a good point. But you know, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm happy with what happens. If I beat him, like I say I'm gonna, I will be happy with that. Whatever happens on Saturday, I am happy with that decision.
Yeah, enough of TJ and Paul. This is an exclusive with you guys. You're talking about lucky. You think Carlos Slavin's going to be lucky this Saturday going into this matchup with the champ, Vega, and the boss, Blackheart. What is your last thoughts before Saturday?
Oh. Hey, champ, do you want to handle that one?
Yeah, the part that Mr. Fabulous failed to acknowledge is that, I think he's too excited listening to Carlos. He might be too excited trying to impress all the mentally malnourished, people that we got out there looking, all these fans, all these idiots. But anyways, the boss, Chris Blackheart, has the final word. And, me being from Puerto Rico, we said season's beatings, right? Festive, the holidays. I don't celebrate the 25th. I celebrate the Three Kings Day. I celebrate the holiday in Puerto Rico. Los Tres Reyes Magos, they bring the gifts. They got the camels. And they're going to bring a big gift for Carlos. Because you see, the match is going to happen on our terms. Yeah, season beatings 2 days away, or tomorrow night. This is airing Friday, so tomorrow night season beatings will happen. But one thing won't happen, and it's that tag team match because we're gonna have it in our terms. We're gonna have it on January 6th, Three Kings Day, live on Facebook and YouTube. That's when that match is gonna happen. So Carlos, back when I was a little Vega. Chiquitito así, chamaquito así. I used to bring a little box and put it underneath my bed, right? And I used to leave like the hay for the camels to come in and leave their gifts. I suggest you do the same. You get your little box, you put your little hay, because the boss and Vega are bringing a bag full of gifts. Some of these and some of those right up your ass. Y te voy a enseñar. Guste o no te guste, porque el campeón.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you hear it right here from the boss and the champion, Vega. January 6, 2021, right after the New Year's, Three Kings Day, we're going to have Carlos Slavin, his mystery partner, the boss, Chris Blackheart, and our champ, Vega. TJ, last thoughts right here.
I feel like you're just moving the match. You're making the excuse for Blackheart. No offense. That's just my opinion. You're making an excuse to give him more time to get prepared as he wants to. That's fine.
You're an analyst. Go do your research.
I am.
Everything I said, you could go Google it up. Go do the history. It's my holiday. It's the way I celebrate. You got your own beliefs, your own celebration. I do the same. We celebrate Puerto Rico. We celebrate on the 6th, and it's season's beatings. It's gonna be season's beatings, Puerto Rican style. Blackheart and the Punisher Don Vega one more time, doing what we did for over 10 years in New England, and that is beating up people and enjoying every damn minute of it. Blackheart, ain't that fabulous?
Hey, Johnny, I'll extend the invitation. If you can make the drive from your little hometown, why don't you be there? You can be in this corner. Hey, you can be in our corner if you want. The invitation is there, Johnny. Make the drive.
See if he accepts the invitation. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Getting this interview with you. We will see you on January 2nd, 2021, live on Facebook and YouTube.
Navidad, Carlitos.
Straight from the champ,
Yes.
me, Jay Hollywood, TJ Albin, the boss, Chris Blackheart, and the champ, Vega. See you guys next time.